Have you ever felt the thrill of reaching the final level of a video game only to find it's nearly impossible to conquer? Picture this. Hours invested, skills perfected, yet there's that one elusive game ending that seems just out of reach. Let's dive deep into those tantalizingly tricky games whose finales remain a mystery to most. Number 1. Tetris. Imagine this. Tetris. A game as straightforward as stacking blocks, right? But did you know there's more beneath its pixelated surface? Picture yourself clearing lines and then, out of nowhere, classic video game characters pop up in front of a pixel cathedral. And just when you think you've seen it all, the domes of that cathedral decide to take a little journey off-screen. And wait, there's more. In a twist no one saw coming, the entire temple lifts off, serenaded by a jubilant tune. Once the spectacle concludes, you get the privilege of etching your name on the high score list. Who knew Tetris held such secrets? Number 2. Flappy Bird. The captivating world of Flappy Bird. At first glance, its simplistic design might fool you. You're just a little bird, tapping your way through seemingly endless pipes. Dreamed up by Dong Nguyen, Flappy Bird emerged as a beacon of simplicity amidst the sea of complex, flashy games. Nguyen's idea was straightforward: challenge players with an easy-to-understand, yet devilishly hard-to-master game. Suddenly, the world was obsessed. Players celebrated breaking into double digits, bragging about their highest scores. Then, the game's fame skyrocketed, thanks in part to a shout-out from YouTube titan PewDiePie. But just as players were getting hooked, Nguyen, grappling with guilt over the game's unexpected addictive grip, pulled it from app stores. And even though he was reportedly making an astonishing $50,000 daily at its zenith, the game's withdrawal shocked its massive player base. For those who defied the odds and reached the score of 999, an unexpected twist awaited: an encounter with Super Mario. But instead of a friendly crossover, Mario, presumably mistaking Flappy for a rival, ends his flight in a dramatic showdown, sending fireballs and delivering a game-ending stomp. It was a humorously tragic conclusion, shaking up the typical game-over routine in a way only Flappy Bird could. Number 3. Contra. The neon-lit arcades of the 80s. Among the cacophony of electronic jingles and bleeps, one game stood out: Contra. Imagine a tropical island setting, not for a vacation, but for a showdown against an evil organization with the intimidating name Red Falcon. Their mission? Nothing short of wiping out humanity. But as the story goes, where there are villains, heroes aren't far behind. Enter Bill Mad Dog Riser and Lance Scorpion Bean, two fearless fighters ready to tackle this menace head-on. As our dynamic duo ventures deeper into the heart of the island, they uncover a plot twist as timeless as arcade games themselves: aliens. Yep, Red Falcon isn't just your run-of-the-mill evil organization. They're in cahoots with extraterrestrials. The mission quickly pivots. It's not enough to just defeat the terrorists. They must annihilate the alien heart, nestled in the alien's lair. A final boss challenge that will test even the most seasoned gamers. In a fitting climax for an 8-bit game, a helicopter dramatically departs from the explosion-riddled island. And as the dust settles, players are met with a triumphant message: Earth is saved, the villains vanquished, and guess what? You're the champion the world needed. How's that for a digital pat on the back? Number 4. PacMan. All right, let's delve deeper into the mesmerizing world of PacMan. You know, PacMan isn't just a game, it's a metaphorical roller coaster. Picture this. You're having a peaceful dinner in a twisted maze, a maze that seems to be a visual representation of life's perplexities. The constant gnawing pursuit by those phantasmal ghosts feels eerily reminiscent of life's anxieties, always lurking, always waiting. Now consider the dynamic of the game. As the player, you're driven by two primal instincts: hunger, as you gobble up those dots, and survival, as you swerve and jive to avoid those relentless ghostly pursuers. And just when you think you've caught a break, chomping down on a power pellet and turning the tables on your spectral stalkers, the respite is momentary, much like life's fleeting moments of victory, right? But the plot thickens. As you wend your way through the levels, evading Pinky, Blinky, Inky, and Clyde, the pace intensifies. The labyrinth that once seemed straightforward now feels like a high-speed racetrack. The ghosts, already an ominous presence, become turbocharged, making Usain Bolt seem like a tortoise. And just when you've overcome countless challenges and faced the game's mythical 255th level, instead of a grand fanfare, you're welcomed by chaos. That visual cacophony, with its garbled symbols and erratic patterns, feels like the game's way of saying, life is unpredictable. But here's the kicker. If you, with sheer willpower, maneuver through this digital jigsaw and advance, the universe, or in this case, the 8-bit game, drops you right back to a juiced-up version of the starting line. It's as if PacMan is whispering in your ear, life is cyclical, filled with ups and downs, but the chase, the adventure, it never truly ends. So whether you're a seasoned gamer or just a casual player, PacMan isn't merely a nostalgic trip, it's a philosophical journey through the mazes of existence. How's that for a game that started with a pizza missing a slice inspiring its creator? Number 5, Dinosaur Game. The age-old story of technology not quite going our way. Every Chrome user has been there. You're eager, ready to surf the waves of the internet, but instead you're met with the dreaded no connection notification. Just as you're about to let out an exasperated sigh, enter stage left, a plucky, pixelated T-Rex. This isn't just any T-Rex. No, this is Chrome's special way of saying, hey, sorry about the internet, but how about a game to keep you company? The premise is simple yet captivating. Navigate your dino buddy through a series of obstacles, trying your best to rack up those elusive high scores. Since its debut in 2014, this game has transformed from being a mere distraction from connection woes to a globally recognized stress buster. Although its initial versions were a tad glitchy on certain devices, Google swiftly revamped it. Fast forward to 2018, and the statistics were staggering. The humble dino game was played 270 million times a month. It was so adored that it stirred a minor crisis in corporate arenas. Picture this: bustling office spaces filled not with the sounds of ringing phones and typing, but with the concentrated silence of professionals guiding a T-Rex over cacti. And schools, classrooms echoed with whispered strategies on beating personal best scores. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Everyone loves a game with a mission, an endpoint. So does our beloved T-Rex game conclude? Edward Young, a Chrome UX engineer, spilled the beans, suggesting an almost mythical game duration of 17 million years. That's right. Unless you're willing to embark on an epic marathon and you possess an indestructible spacebar, the game's finale remains one of the digital world's best-kept secrets. How's that for a tantalizing challenge? Number 6, Donkey Kong. Ever wondered why we never see apes at the circus riding donkeys? Maybe because someone made the silly mistake of naming a video game character Donkey Kong when, surprise, he's not even a donkey. I mean, the world of gaming surely has some intriguing mysteries, but this one takes the banana cake. In the early 80s, this colossal arcade game introduced us to an adventurous tale, a love-struck ape, a distressed damsel named Pauline, and a robust plumber navigating an intricate maze of beams and ladders to rescue her. And guess what? This plumber, who later became our beloved Mario, was the foundation stone for Nintendo. See how one plumber can flush down an entire legacy? Now, as our brave plumber works up a sweat, there are 4 possible outcomes. Most commonly seen is the one where Mario does his superhero act, rescuing Pauline, and they ride off into the sunset until Mario gets distracted by Princess Peach's royal allure. Talk about a short-lived romance. In a more tragic sequence, our ape, Kong, has a great fall, taking Mario down with him, and poor Pauline, left at the tower's peak, pondering over life's mysteries and probably contemplating a reunion with Luigi. But wait, there's more. In an ending that rivals any rom-com plot twist, Mario, after causing the tower's collapse, shares an awkward moment with Donkey Kong. A floating heart suggests the two rivals have developed a bond of love. I bet Mario was thankful there were no tabloids back then. And just when you think things can't get any weirder, level 22 arrives. This level says, forget about barrels or flames, let's just pull the plug on Mario. Could it be a diet of endless spaghetti catching up to him? Or perhaps it's the 8-bit system's hilarious way of saying, enough monkey business, let's give the guy a break. With Donkey Kong, the message is clear. Gaming isn't just pixels and scores, it's laughter, unexpected turns, and stories that leave us scratching our heads in delightful confusion. All right, gamers. We've taken a wild joystick ride through some of the most elusive, wacky, and eyebrow-raising game endings that many have never glimpsed. From pixelated love affairs to mathematical conundrums, it just goes to show that sometimes the real game begins when you think it's all over. If there's one takeaway, It's that game developers surely have a cheeky sense of humor and a knack for the unexpected. So, next time you're on the brink of a game over, remember, there might just be an ending waiting to surprise you. Keep on playing, keep on exploring, and who knows, you might just uncover the next big gaming secret. Until next time, stay curious and game on!